Baik, pihak mereka syarikat percaya penutupan dua sistem komunikasi dalam pesawat MH370 yang berlaku secara berasingan mungkin memberi petunjuk bahawa kehilangan pesawat itu sebagai satu tindakan yang disengajakan. Mungkin itu antara maklumat yang mahu diberi pengesahan oleh pihak berkuasa ketika ini. Kita terus saja tumpuan ke pentas sidang media.
And their resources as we search for MH370. I speak for the Malaysian people when I say that our hearts are with the families and the friends of those on board the plane. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a lot of media speculation today after comments from unnamed US officials suggested the plane may have traveled for some time after losing contact. As is standard procedure, the investigation team will not publicly release information until it has properly been verified and corroborated with the relevant authorities. Nor do we want to be drawn into specific remarks that unnamed officials have reportedly made in the media. Since Sunday, we have worked closely with our international partners, including the US team, whose officials have been here on the ground in Kuala Lumpur. Since Wednesday, the Malaysian investigation team have shared more detailed information as it becomes available for verification. The international team are currently working on verifying that detailed information, but we have nothing to confirm at this moment. Widening of the investigation. The aircraft is still missing and the search area is expanding. 2 days ago, the search area was widened to include the Andaman Sea. Together with our international partners, we are now pushing further east into the South China Sea and further into the Indian Ocean. We want nothing more than to find the plane as quickly as possible, but the circumstances have forced us to widen our search. A normal investigation becomes narrower with time, I understand, as new information focuses on the search. But this is not a normal investigation. In this case, the information we have forces us to look further and further afield. Engine data. Yesterday, we redacted a media report in which unnamed officials said that engine data showed the plane had kept flying for hours after last contact. We checked with Boeing and Rolls-Royce, who said the reports were not true. And I quote, this is a statement from Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce continues to provide its full support to the authorities and the Malaysian Airlines. Rolls-Royce concurs with a statement made on Thursday, the 13th of March, by the Malaysian Transport Minister regarding engine health monitoring data received from the aircraft. Oil slicks. Yesterday, authorities cited 2 oil slicks in the South China Sea, 60 nautical miles south of the last point of contact with MH370. The first slick was investigated and analyzed and found to contain tiny traces of jet fuel. No debris was found in the vicinity. We do not believe the slick is linked to MH370. Samples from the second slick were investigated and analyzed and did not contain any jet fuel. The investigation team, ladies and gentlemen, is following all leads that could help locate the missing aircraft. When we receive new information and it has been verified, we act accordingly. Wherever there is a possibility, we have a duty to investigate it. From the beginning of the crisis, we have worked hand in hand with all the relevant authorities, including international agencies, experts, and aircraft manufacturers. We have daily technical meetings with all the key players. We have followed the protocol set out by the International Civil Aviation Authority. We have been in regular contact with our neighboring countries, and we have welcomed all International Office of Assistance. We are committed to one aim, which is to find MH370.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start the Q&A session with the local media for the first 5 minutes. We'll start from this corner. RTM, please.
RTM Radio News, saya ada 2 question, 2 soalan. Soalan pertama, Hindustan dapat mengesan isyarat rutin daripada MH370 seperti dikeluarkan dalam Twitter BBC. Boleh Datuk Seri confirmkan benda ni? And then second, Raja juga dikatakan mengesan bahawa jet airline itu terbang melalui Semenanjung Malaysia ke arah Kepulauan Andaman?
Let me just answer the second part of that question, and Datuk Azhar can answer the first. As regards the turn back, it was very clear that when the Chief of the Air Force indicated on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, that though there is information of a turn back, but it was not 100% identified to be MH370. And that is why we have expanded our search to the Straits of Malacca, now further on, as I have said in my statement. That has not changed.
On the first question, we are now working very closely with our team from US to get whatever information of satellite in the US, and we are working that to determine whereabouts the aircraft. We cannot reveal the information right now because it's still under investigation. And also this evening, the team from the Aircraft Accident Investigation Board from the UK and experts from Rolls-Royce will arrive, and they also have indicated they are studying the possibility of satellite communication, whatever they have, and will share it with us. And we are doing that investigation right now. So we cannot reveal again until we have verified thoroughly and confirm the possibility of whereabouts the aircraft is. Thank you.
Okay, RC and radio. Radio. Sila.
Difahamkan yang China meminta bantuan daripada pertukaran piagam antarabangsa angkasa. So, macam mana dengan dia inform tak kerajaan Malaysia sebagai yang
Sekali lagi saya tak boleh dengar.
pertukaran piagam antarabangsa angkasa.
Saya dah terima berita tersebut, jadi saya tak boleh menjawab. Piagam antarabangsa. Jadi maaf saya tak dapat.
Yes, please. Identify.
Michael from the Raya Post. Datuk Seri, it was reported that Malaysia signed an international aviation treaty but did not invoke it upon the incident. Is it true that they signed this treaty but did not invoke it? And if it's true, do you think now with the current situation that we have, that it should have been invoked and allowed experts from the US, China to lead the search and rescue? And do you think that would have been
under the protocol of International Civil Aviation Organization, the state of occurrence to lead the accident investigation. In this case, we still categorize the incident as missing aircraft, and it says in the Annex 13, if the missing aircraft, the location of the missing aircraft cannot be determined, the state of register has to carry out investigation to find whereabouts the aircraft. And in this case, the state of registration is Malaysia, and we are following strictly to the protocol of the International Civil Aviation Organization. Thank you.
Please. Yes, identify yourself, please.
Datuk Seri Hari from the Raya Post.
Yes.
You mentioned yesterday that you had two clues. The two clues being the two areas, the South China Sea and the Andaman Sea. Are we moving towards the Indian Ocean? First question. Second question, could you please confirm there's no hijacking in the
I cannot confirm whether there's no hijacking. Like I said from the start, and I've been very consistent, we're looking at all possibilities. As regards moving on to the Straits of Malacca and the Andaman Sea, like I said, we have to confirm that the primary military radar actually identifies that as MH370.
Have you approached other airlines that encountered similar incident aircraft maybe to get their experience on searching for missing aircraft?
We welcome all assistance. In this case, I think the fact that we lost contact with the aircraft and we don't know whereabouts of the aircraft except for the what Air Force has provided, and that was to be corroborated. So I don't think we can make a comparison until we find the aircraft.
And this is where I'd like to stress that our focus must be to find the aircraft and hopefully the black box, because that will help us look further ahead and what sort of cooperation that we need, especially on the Air France crash, which took some time to recover and get more details of.
Yes, please.
Sri Lee from Seri. I have a series of questions regarding the unidentified plot.
Limit to one, please.
Regarding the unidentified radar plot raised by the military 2 days ago. So I would like to ask whether Indonesia has detected or other countries have detected the same plot. And
like I said, that is crucial, because I'll be the one, the most happiest person if we can actually confirm that that is the MH370, because then we can move all our assets from the South China Sea to the Straits of Malacca. At the moment, I'm not in a position to do that.
Yes, please.
Dr. Sri, Elizabeth from the Malaysian Insider. Just wanted to ask you, Dr. Sri, these reports from the US government, US officials who are unnamed, they say that they received this information from the Malaysian, from their Malaysian counterparts. That's how they came up with this kind of speculation. So what?
Unless they come up with more specific who, I don't think I should entertain that sort of questions or that sort of speculation from anybody.
Yes, please. Please, could you stand up? Yeah, no. Okay, no problem. Identify.
Elaine from Kini TV. I understand that you cannot reveal much on the satellite, but did the satellite receive the electronic pings from the plane after it lost contact? Control center.
Sorry,
electronic pings. Did satellite receive electronic pings after it lost contact with control center?
The satellite does not receive any distress signal from the aircraft. No. So
electronic pings.
But what the US team are doing, they try their best to get whatever sources from their satellite system to come out with the possibility, as I mentioned just now, possibility of where the aircraft should be.
As I indicated yesterday, we are now sharing information which we don't normally share because of national security with agencies that could assist us. And this new information or the availability of this information in our hands being shared to these experts are now being digested. I hope within a couple of days that they can come to some conclusive position on what you asked earlier, and that I will immediately inform the media.
Yes, please.
Could I please ask you to
From where, sir?
From the Daily Telegraph, Tom Phillips. Could I ask you please to confirm exactly when your military forces started searching off the west coast of the peninsula? In the Strait of Malacca, exactly which day and what time?
We've answered that earlier.
Could you answer that, please? Because a lot of people said to me from the Air Force that it was on Saturday morning, which would suggest that you already knew that it couldn't have possibly been. So can you answer the question, please, Minister?
Next, please. Next,
When
please. Yes.
we finalize it.
You don't know? You don't know exactly when they started?
We've answered it.
You've answered it. What is the answer again, please, sir?
No. That's all you answered, please.
Ada dakwaan dari US mengatakan sistem komunikasi pesawat dimatikan dengan sengaja pada jam 1.07 pagi, dan mungkin ia berkaitan dengan konspirasi tertentu hingga menyebabkan pesawat tu menghala ke Indian Ocean.
Setakat hari ini yang kita tahu bahawa transponder itu tidak mengeluarkan apa-apa signal kepada kita. Sama dia ditutup secara sengaja atau mungkin ada lain-lain kemungkinan itu sedang disiasat.
Sorry, yeah, ABCDs.
Hold on, please. As we take turns.
Datuk Seri.
Ada maklumat mengatakan universiti di China mengesan pergerakan di dasar laut pada hari pesawat itu dilaporkan hilang. Adakah pihak bersangkutan
Kita tak boleh mengesahkannya sekarang. Saya tak ada maklumat.
Okay, next again.
Datuk Seri Gaddafi daripada Harian Metro. Hari ini masuk hari ke-7 seminggu operasi mencari. Nampaknya tiada sebarang perkembangan positif seperti di mana Datuk Seri rekas. Jadi saya nak minta respon daripada ketiga Datuk Azharuddin, Datuk Hisham untuk Tuan Ahmad Johari. Bagaimana secara peribadi? Adakah masih ada harapan lagi? Adakah akan teruskan juga usaha mencari sampai bila? Dan kepada Tuan Ahmad Johari, bagaimana daripada segi moral di kalangan staf NS sekarang ini bila melihat ada rakan yang masih belum dapat dikesan?
Kita lihat tengah hari tadi di mana Yang Berhormat Perdana Menteri sendiri sembahyang Jumaat dan sembahyang Hajat, dan saya terharu dengan bagaimana masyarakat kita dan sokongan daripada dunia membantu kita dalam usaha untuk mencari dan menyelamat. Memanglah setiap hari bila berlalu kemungkinan untuk kita nak teruskan usaha menyelamat semakin tipis. Tapi usaha kita untuk mencari, seperti saya nyatakan, kita tak akan toleh ke belakang. Kita akan terus. Sebab itu saya nyatakan tadi bahawa kawasan yang kita tengah mencari sekarang diperluaskan. Saya memang rasa begitu terharu dan susah kadang-kadangnya nak berdepan dengan keluarga yang terlibat. Lebih-lebih lagi kita tidak mempunyai maklumat yang dan perkembangan yang boleh kita maklumkan kepada mereka. Tetapi saya secara peribadi, dari semangat yang saya terima untuk berdepan dengan satu cabaran yang begitu besar, ialah pertamanya sokongan daripada rakyat Malaysia, daripada pelbagai lapisan masyarakat, tak kira warna kulit, tak kira umur, tak kira agama, untuk membantu kita. Keduanya, saya tengok tak pernah dalam sejarah kita melihat beberapa negara sanggup bersama-sama dengan kita. Hari ini sahaja 13. There are 13 countries that are working with us. The equipment that has been afforded to us have been very sophisticated, and there are more that is coming forward to assist. Bagi saya, itulah yang memberikan saya sendiri secara peribadi semangat untuk meneruskan usaha untuk mencari, sehingga kita dapat maklumkan kepada keluarga mungkin perkembangan yang lebih positif.
Saya dari segi Jabatan Penerbangan Awam sebagai badan kawal sedia akan meneruskan lagi untuk mencari pesawat ini. Apa cara pun kita akan cari, dan keadaan-keadaan yang terbaru yang kita akan sedang berjalan dengan pakar-pakar daripada USA, pakar daripada UK akan berjalan dan seterusnya. Kita tak patah semangat. Kita akan terus untuk mencari pesawat ini. Itulah semangat kita, dan saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada rakyat sejahtera kerana memberi kita sokongan yang padu untuk kita meneruskan lagi untuk mencari pesawat ini. Jadi itulah antara kewajipan kita untuk mencari. Kita akan teruskan juga.
Warga masih tabah untuk meneruskan, untuk menolong next of kin pada passengers dan kru kami. Ya, kita tak berputus asa. Kita akan melebihkan lagi kita punya pertolongan kepada next of kin, kru dan passenger. Ya.
Okay, last formation side.
Datuk Seri, the Vietnamese government...
From where, sir?
Sorry, Akil from the NST. Datuk Seri, the Vietnamese government has said that they have downgraded their search efforts from emergency to regular state. What does that imply?
I think I would like to look at it more positively, in the sense that I have indicated earlier. The cooperation with the Vietnamese government has been very, very positive, to the extent that they have even allowed our search and rescue operations to be conducted in their waters. So what status they have put in respect of their operations, our position still stands when we are looking for search and rescue, even in the waters that we are allowed to search and hopefully rescue in Vietnam.
Okay, we now go to the international circuit, please.
Are you exploring the possibility that the cabin crew or one of the pilots may have been involved in this somehow?
We are looking at that possibility.
Please, one question only. Next.
Minister, you said right at the start that the search is being extended because of new information that you have, or information that you have. Could you elaborate on that information? What are you expanding this search?
When I alluded to the search being expanded, it's basically because we have not found anything in the areas that we have searched.
Can you please explain whether you have any evidence that would confirm, and if so, how, that the transponder and the ACAR systems were both shut down systematically? And also, can you tell us whether or not you've searched the
There are
phones?
4 or 5 possibilities which we are exploring. It could have been done intentionally. It could be done under duress. It could be done because of an explosion. So that's why I do not want to go into the realm of speculation.
But it's 2 systems.
We are looking at all the possibilities.
And the pilot's homes?
Yes.
Have you searched the pilot's homes?
That I already mentioned yesterday.
Okay.
That's the realm of the police.
Okay, next question, please. Yes, please.
So,
You are from?
China and US have better equipment to do the search and rescue. Do you think it's better maybe for them to lead the search of
No, I don't think they want to lead themselves. This is a Malaysian matter, and we are working very closely with them, both with China and the US.
Yes, sir.
Andrew Stevens of CNN. You say you're aware of these media reports about the so-called pings. Can you tell me, when did you get the information? When did you receive the information about those pings? And what do you know about them? Not speculation, what do you actually know about them at this stage?
We didn't say that we know that we received ping.
Have you received the ping? Have you received information on these things?
Ping?
Yes.
Or from the satellite?
Yes.
Satellite. What the investigators, the experts from US are using what they know from the information from the satellite.
I'm saying, what does the Malaysian investigation team know, and when did they know about these specific satellite pings?
I think from the earlier statement which I made, I said a lot of unnamed officials are making certain suggestions. And I did indicate earlier that we are investigating. So I don't think.
Sure whether did you get?
No, I think we need to actually go deeper into who actually made the statements, from where, on what matter, and that will be. At the moment, I don't have the information.
Yes, please.
How close? Jacob from KFB. How close are we to the factor that the plane, as pointed out by our General Air Force General, that it flew westward, and reports are emerging that it did flow that direction? And how far are we close to the point of that sabotage?
It goes back to the turn-back issue, and with the experts that are working with us right now, is actually to identify whether that was actually the MH370. And we need to get verification, and we are working very closely with the experts. As soon as we find out, then, like I said earlier, we can then focus into that area. But I cannot verify that now, because what if the plane is still on the South China Sea? It would be totally irresponsible for us to do that. But I'm very happy, and I would like to remind the media that the FAA and the NTSB yesterday confirmed, looking at the raw data, especially from the military side, and said that we made the right decisions to focus on both areas.
What about reports that the plane may have been heading to the Andaman Islands?
Like I said, we've extended it to the Andaman Sea, so it will assume it will be in that direction, yes. It's a normal progression. For those areas that we have not found anything, we will increase and extend. And from time to time, on a daily basis now, I'm telling you how far we are extending. And that's in my press release today.
Okay, please.
Reports mention
from
the French television. Some reports mention the finding of a flight simulator at the pilot's house. Can you confirm? And even if you can't confirm right now, can Malaysian Airlines tell us if it's common for a pilot to have his own flight simulator in his home?
What I think you see is, I think there's a lot of Facebook posting. I think he posted a picture of the simulator in his own Facebook, right? And as far as pilots is concerned, everyone is actually free to do their own hobby. All right.
Is it common? Majority of pilots, or is it rare?
Well, quite a few pilots do have flight simulators at home.
And we cannot answer that question until we actually are able to go in and to see. And I've already indicated from the police that they have not actually gone into the house at the moment.
Searched it?
Not yet.
Okay, please, sure.
But the investigations as regards to the pilot, that is ongoing, yeah? But you know, talking about looking at this specific question on the simulators.
Okay, please.
Sir, Kashif from Times Now. My question is regarding the extension of the search. Again, as you said, the Air Force Chief said that it was the blip or the blot was near Penang. But your search is going towards India, towards the Indian Ocean. So what is leading you to that part?
The fact that we haven't found anything in the areas that we're searching.
Yes, please. Yeah. Hold on.
If you haven't searched the pilot's home, why have you not searched the pilot's home?
I have to get back to you on that because we may have certain information which needs to be confirmed by the police because that's under the police investigation.
Is the pilot now a suspect? Is the pilot now a suspect? And why
like I said, the whole passenger manifest was something that we looked into. And the IGP indicated earlier the 4 areas that he's looking at the possibility of psychological, personal. There were things that he reiterated earlier. So on that premise, that's what they are investigating on. So I would not want to preempt what the police have found out.
But you said not yet, so does that mean you plan to search his house?
Well, I mean, if the investigations leads us into that direction, if we require to, and if it's within the law, and if we get the necessary requirements, we will do it.
It sounds from what you're saying like it is leading you in that direction.
I'll have to confirm that.
Okay, we can next, please.
For Time Daily, a lot of people complain about the frequent change of information, and does the miscommunication jeopardize the searching? And have you considered how to improve the efficiency of communication? Thank you.
The changing of information comes from new information that comes in on a daily basis. And the press conferences that I give on a daily basis, a lot of it is to rebut that. As you know, we rebutted the information that supposedly come from a Chinese satellite. And that was rebutted not only by us, but by the Chinese authorities. There were information right at the beginning that the plane landed in Nanning. That had to be rebutted. So the conflicting information is not coming from our team. It is coming from speculation, which we feel that the public needs to know, and we rebut it on a daily basis.
Sir, based on available data based on available data on hand to this date, is there no confirmed plot, or at least believed to be, MH370? And just a clarification, the expansion of the search area is just based on possibilities.
As I know it, no confirmed plot. But I also confirm that we are not discounting the possibility of that happening.
Was there a specific tip from the Malaysian Navy that
Hold
spilled the ship?
on. I lead.
Sir?
Melissa?
You said there are 5 possibilities that you're looking at. Why loss of transmissions, 1 duress, 1 switch off detection. What are the 3 things? What are the, you said there are 5 possibilities?
No, the 5 was the IGP's IGP's investigation. But when I talked about duress and voluntary turning off, that was in relation to the transponder. So please do not confuse the issues.
Yes, please.
You talk to Chinese subjects yourself today. They watch.
Yes, please. Please identify yourself, please.
Did you talk to Chinese government or Chinese families today? They watch yourself.
Myself, I've been in touch with the Chinese leadership on a daily basis. And on the families, I can confirm to you that the Prime Minister's envoy, Tan Sri Kating, is there right now. Must have got at least 100 employees deployed over there. And there's always been our concern, the welfare and trying to get as much information as we can to the families, because we understand how frustrated they may be, but we are trying the best we can with the Chinese authorities. And you have to realize it's not just China. There are other nationals involved too.
Money, please.
Yesterday you totally denied that the plane flew for 5 hours. Totally denied yesterday the plane was flying for.
No, I don't think I denied anything because everything is a possibility. But what I'm saying is that we have anything that we want to confirm, we need to verify.
Okay, hold on, no print here.
Seri from CNBC. Minister, it's been almost a week now, and two stakeholders who are fundamentally important to this investigation, Boeing and Rolls-Royce, have not made any public statement. This doesn't seem full disclosure to me. This doesn't seem like transparency to me. Are you putting any pressure on them to make a statement?
I don't think we need to add pressure, putting pressure to Boeing or Rolls-Royce because they've been working with us from the beginning.
Okay, one last question at the back there, please.
Social media reports have suggested that Boeing, Rolls-Royce was supposed to update some safety software in the aircraft before the takeoff. Can you comment on that?
As far as concerned, the aircraft comply to the airworthiness that's required, and they comply to all the ADs and SVs. Okay, that's required to make it a safe operation.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you tomorrow.
Okay, that's conclude the session for today. We'll meet again tomorrow.
Baik, masih tiada petunjuk terbaru, namun Pemangku Menteri Pengangkutan Datuk Seri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein mengesahkan bahawa laporan MH370 terbang lebih dari 4 jam adalah tidak benar dan ini sudah disahkan oleh kenyataan dari Boeing dan juga Rolls-Royce. Kawasan mencari dan menyelamat semakin diperluaskan hingga ke Laut Andaman dan juga Lautan Hindi. Malaysia juga masih menyiasat laporan penutupan 2 sistem komunikasi dalam pesawat yang dikatakan berlaku secara berasingan. Sama ada transponder ditutup secara sengaja ataupun tidak masih disiasat dengan beberapa kemungkinan lain juga masih dalam siasatan. Baik, itu antara maklumat terkini yang sudah disahkan sendiri oleh Pemangku Menteri Pengangkutan Datuk Seri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein. Walaupun sudah masuk hari ke-7, beliau berkata kita tidak akan patah semangat dan menoleh ke belakang dalam usaha pencarian misi. Sidang media seterusnya akan berlangsung esok pada waktu yang sama. Namun saya akan terus maklumkan sahaja kepada anda jika ada sebarang perkembangan terkini dari sini. Kembali dulu ke Angkasa Puri.